Today on National Tourism Day, I want to take this opportunity to tell you about the awesomeness of our country. Our greatest asset is not a 2,700 feet tall building, nor it is a 25,000 acres amusement park, but our greatest asset is something that money can never buy. That is our rich biodiversity, the natural ecosystem, which can be rightly described as the art and the craft of the Almighty. We have got places like Shillong in Meghalaya for the monsoon season, places like Manali, which is adorned by glittering waterfalls, of river breeze, and the experience of the majestic snow-capped mountains for the summers. The run of Kutch, the temperature ranges between 25 to 12 degrees Celsius, which is suitable for the winters. But there are very few places that remains perfect for traveling throughout the year, and our very own God's own country, Kerala, is one of them. The state is one of its kind when it comes to its unique geography, natural ecosystem, and unforgettable culinary experiences. The National Geographic Traveler names it as one of the top 10 paradises of the world. Growing at a rate of 13.3%, the state has been successful in attracting a large number of domestic and foreign tourists. And owing to all the above-mentioned reasons, we rightly call it God's own country. But the fun fact is that the small state of Kerala was a relatively unknown destination until the 1980s. Even though all the amazing resources that I mentioned before existed even then, but they were not at all getting utilized because when people planned a trip to India, it was just about visiting the North Indian states. There was hardly any revenue that Kerala as a state generated from tourism. And this is exactly when the Kerala Tourism Development Corporation took the matter into their hands. And they came up with a master plan that changed the fate of tourism forever. First and foremost, they came up with a marketing plan to appeal to a group of people for whom Kerala was an unknown land. They chose three main aspects of the state, that is nature, Ayurveda and culture, and launched a campaign under the tagline, God's Own Country Campaign. And as the name goes, they were able to portray the various key aspects of the state in the best possible manner, through various means of mass communication which was available back then, like magazines, newspapers, banners, posters, videotapes, and even television commercials. And as a result of which, a land which was totally unknown to the other side of the world started getting noticed. Now for a lot of people, this might not sound as a big deal, but what I want to let you know is that the Kerala Tourism Development Corporation did not hire a marketing agency for this marketing campaign, but it were the government officials who had to plan and execute this whole campaign all alone. And most importantly, they had to carry out this whole process at a time when internet was beyond luxury, which meant that they had to carry out the search engine optimization and find out the target audience without the help of any online tool. In short, this whole process involved a lot of permutations and combinations along with passion and patience to achieve the desired results. And as a result of which, within the next 2 decades, the number of domestic and foreign tourists stands at over 1 million arrivals just in the year 2019 alone. And of course, the revenue generated stands at a staggering 10,270 crores, making our state one of the most popular and the go-to destination. But if you're somebody thinking, what is so special about coming to Kerala, let me tell you about the exclusiveness. Starting from our beaches, which are probably the cleanest ones you would find in the country. The Kovalam beach near Thiruvananthapuram, which was amongst the first beaches to attract tourists. The backwaters of Kuttanad in Alappuzha, along with a houseboat, which are quite popular for honeymoon and family holidays. The hill stations of Munnar and Wayanad, with dense forests and the other side covered with tree and coffee plantations, so that you can enjoy the lush green forest vibes with a cup of tea or coffee. The wildlife sanctuaries of Palakkad, which is a home to a large bunch of rarest species of flora and fauna. The various historical and religious monuments or pilgrimage centers, which includes the first church, the first mosque, and the first synagogue of our country, along with some of the oldest temples of South Asia, which host major temple festivals like Trishur Puram and Artugal Pongala, which is the best place to be if you're a fan of elephants, fireworks, and Chendamelam. The various cultural folk songs and dances like Kathakali, Mohiniyattam and Autumn Tullal. The wide range of healthy, delicious and mouth-watering dishes of different districts with different tastes, right from Kasaragod to Thiruvananthapuram. And last but not the least, the traditional systems of medicines like Ayurveda and Siddha, which is a main reason why a lot of foreign tourists come to our state. It is not just the state government that has benefited with the rise of tourism, but even the local and small-scale shops, lodges, hotels and restaurants which struggled to earn a living gradually became rich. And as a result of which, the number of these small-scale businesses have skyrocketed over the past 2 decades. In fact, this local man became way smarter to match up with the expectations of the foreigners.
Hi there.
Hello, please sit down. Sir.
What?
Hi, what you want to know?
What you want? Dosa and you?
Dosha Chamandi.
But there is definitely another side to this story as well. The rise of Kerala tourism also gave rise to a group of fake tourist guides and other scammers who would exploit the foreigners for their own personal benefits.
No, this is Kathakali. 20 years Kathakali.
20 years Kathakali?
Yes.
Don't do that again.
And as soon as the government of Kerala came to know about this, they decided to step in and they developed a framework which involved licensing and registrations of tourist guides only if they matched with the required criteria. There were various requirements associated with various branches with interviews and presentations to qualify to become a tourist guide. And apart from that, the government also came up with various insurance schemes like the personal accident scheme, loss of baggage scheme, medical expense scheme, and even loss of passport scheme, just to make sure that our visitors feel safe and secure about their trip to our state. In addition to developing the infrastructure and the waste disposal management system to set a benchmark for other states to follow. And here, a very notable fact is that in spite of the Kerala's ruling party constantly switching between the Congress and the Communist, unlike in case of other states, either of these parties have never tried to demolish or destroy the tourism industry, which is uplifted by their opposition party just to make themselves feel superior. And that is a sign of a progressive society. Another great reason behind the success of Kerala tourism has been their ability to match up with the latest means of mass communication. The first video on their YouTube channel was posted 12 years back, which clearly shows that they are ahead of time and there is a video going up every single day as of now. The production quality of these videos are top notch and of course the script and the storyline dominates. But most of the ads come with an emotional appeal which is quite enough to make you feel homely. And the best examples can be seen from the ads they curated post the Kerala floods of 2018 and even after the Unlock 1.0 post the first wave of COVID-19 pandemic to evoke the right emotions. So that has been the amazing evolution of Kerala tourism, transforming the state from an unknown land to one of the most preferred tourist destinations of the world today. Well, I am definitely proud of my state and I welcome you to come and experience the awesomeness.